Oh God, I'm filming this now. I've got the biggest smile on my face. I'm sure I can just feel it. Oh, it's just, a little bit of a different intro. Honestly, I don't know what the time is. I think it must be about 1 o'clock. I've been out for maybe 3 hours. It's not been the best of days. But you don't want to miss this video. You do not want to miss this video. Right, I'm just going to go and take this somewhere to get it cleaned up. But you're going to have to watch this to see what it is. It's incredible. It really is incredible. Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. Thank you as ever for taking the time today to watch this video. I am anticipating it as always to be a good day. Start with the optimism and hopefully it will just continue throughout the day. That's the plan anyway. I'm out on a field today that I've also filmed the last video on, which was the challenge video. Don't worry, there's no challenges in today's video. We're just going to be doing your bog standard metal detecting. Everything is game. There's no limitations as to what I can and can't dig. So I'm back out on a field, which in fairness, before that last video, I hadn't actually been out on, I think probably a good year or so. And it's a really great field. There's just been a lot of cattle on it recently, which has prevented me from getting on it. But we've had some ginormous hammered coins off of this field, in particular around the Charles the First and Second era, just up on that very top right-hand corner. We had a massive forgery of, I think it was a Charles the First or Charles the Second crown. It was ginormous, gave off a really odd signal because it was lead but like washed with silver. So I'll probably link that video if you haven't seen it in the description or possibly at the end of this one. But there's loads of potential in this field. I've actually also had some Roman coins off of this field, which is probably, I think I counted in my collection. People will laugh at this, I'm sure, but I've only ever had 12 Roman coins up in my entire time of detecting. But I've had countless hammered, which is funny because people obviously, I think they get used to what they find and stuff, and you see people like, oh, another Roman coin, and I suppose to me it's a bit like another hammered coin. But I'd love to find a really nice condition Roman coin today. That would be amazing, even if it's, I'd be quite happy with a bronze grot, to be honest with you. But yeah, I think this is going to be a good day. We've got up in that corner there, you would have seen on the start of the video, the running water. That's actually coming from a natural spring, and not because of all the rain that we've had. We have had a lot of rain, I will give it that. But yeah, there's a natural spring up there. It's on old recorded maps and things. So again, another sign of where there's, you know, natural water. Humans would obviously have gone there for hundreds, thousands of years. We've got the Roman hill fort that way. So yeah, anything is game for today. So as always, I really hope that you enjoy the video. If you do see anything in today's video that you're able to help me identify, please do comment below. It really does help. And I will see you as always on the first hole. Okay, so that just over there is where we started the video. We've done a little bit of zigzagging. We've got our first diggable target. If we were still doing that 1 to 25 challenge, this one here would have been fair game. So yeah, we'll see what this one's going to be, whether we've missed something decent here. I wouldn't have walked over it, I wouldn't have thought, because it's definitely a diggable target. And I will just add as well, I've got myself a very nice new chest mount. It does protrude out a little bit more from like my own viewing, but it should be a little bit sturdier than the one I did have. There's a few more sort of straps and things on it. However, I will say that this probably isn't the field to be trialling it in, because there's so many stones and it's just yeah, a little bit jiggy anyway, so we'll see. But this is right on the surface. It looks like we've got ourselves a little stick of lead. Yeah, just yeah, little like yeah, stick of lead, as I say. Not sure what the intended purpose of that would have been. Looks like it's broken there at the bottom, just there. But yeah, not sure what that would have been, but good sign of age. Don't mind getting a little bit of lead up at the start of the video. But yeah, we will keep going. That's the first signal of the day. Okay, so I've just taken you off of the chest mount, and really nice little 15 that we just had. I'm sort of just going over the areas where I was on the last challenge video. I've just used the pinpointer. I've got to try and find it again now. It's just there. Don't know if you can see that. Just sort of seen the start of a rim beginning to appear. See if I can zoom in and really point it out to you. It's just there. Can't even see it myself now. I'm not sure whether we might be onto a little hammered coin. It's just got that sort of edge at the very top there that looks like it could be. So I've stopped myself, and we're going to take this out together and see whether it is. There it is, just taken out of the hole. It's definitely got that sort of look to it that it could be. That little edge there is what's really prompted me to get the camera out and hopefully show you. Let's see if we've got what I think it might be, and see if we might be able to get a little imprint maybe. Is that a hammered coin? Do you know what, guys? I think it might just be a bit of rubbish. I think it is. I think we've got ourselves maybe like a pull tab. Or is it a bit of silver? I have no idea. Let's see. It's got a very silvery sort of look to it. I might just have to have a little look a little bit closer. Double check. It's either going to be foil or maybe a little bit of silver. I'll get back to you. 2 seconds. I'm looking at it and wondering whether it's maybe part of like a cane or something. Sometimes old walking canes, the very bottom of it was wrapped in silver. It's quite often thin like this, almost paper-like. Let's just have a little look closer, see if there's any hallmarks on it. Okay, so early doors, I am going to call it, and that is maybe a little bit of silver. You can see, especially on this side here, just on the right-hand side in particular, it's gone that sort of dark grey colour. So it's beginning to tone and gather that sort of silvery patina like it does. And then if you look at it on this side, I'm not sure how clearly it's going to come through on the camera. There are some little markings, little etch markings on there. I don't think, correct me if I'm wrong, that is a cake tin or anything like that. So we might be onto a little bit of silver. Very, very thin. You can see it's just breaking apart if it is. But yeah, it could be anything really. It could be part of a walking cane, as I say. Absolutely anything. But yeah, potentially onto a little bit of silver. I will do the silver test, and I will put details on screen as to whether it is or not. But yeah, potentially a nice little start to the day. Alright, so we just had this little thing come up, and it looks as though it's going to be a piece of buckle, but I just really like the design on this. It's almost got a very like Saxon look to it. It possibly might be. I don't get too much Saxon up on this field, or I haven't done in the past anyway. Hopefully that is about to change, but yeah, you see there's some really nice little bits of patterning coming through. That's just with giving it a little wipe down with the towel and my thumbs in the field. Yeah, possibly a bit of buckle maybe. It's definitely got that sort of flat, smoother edge on this side, and then more decorative on this. But yeah, potentially onto a bit of buckle with a very nice little bit of detail on it. It does have that very sort of crude Saxon sort of look to it, so it'd be lovely if that is. Okay, so we're potentially onto a very cool little artifact, and it might not look like much, but that there is a massive lump of bronze, and it's almost gone a very like blacky sort of charred colour in some of the places. It almost looks like a charcoal really, but that there is a really, really great sign of metalwork in the field. I just need that axe head to come up now. That would be absolutely fantastic if that could come up. But yeah, you can see some of the green patina coming through on it, but the whole thing is metal. Gave off I think it was a 52 below the line, almost consistent with a musket ball on the machine. But yeah, that is a very large lump of bronze, which is yeah, by far the biggest bit I've ever found. Somewhere down in this hole we've got an absolute screamer of a target, and right on the surface, look at that, 89. Never going to miss that. We do get a lot of aluminium up on the field, so that is a very strong possibility as to what this could be. But it's a very nice signal, so I wanted to stop any further and show you. But there we go. You can see a little coin down there. Look at that. Is it going to be a silver coin? It was a very high output. It's not a silver coin. It's definitely a copper coin though. Wow, what a very loud output that gave. It was right on the surface. It was only a bar deep. Let's see if we might be able to get a bit of detail up on this one. Had a lot of copper coins off on this field. There's a hell of a lot going on this field, I think, between sort of 1600s and early 20th century. Right, where's my... Let's try and give it a little bit more of a thorough rub with the cloth. But this is something we would have missed in that last video. It's pretty toasted, to be honest with you. There's not a lot of detail on that at all. Might be a case of it just needs to dry off a little bit, and if I'm able to get anything, I will get straight back to you. But that there is a 1 penny, possibly Victoria, maybe George V, maybe George III, any of them really, but it is a copper coin. Would you look at this little beauty that's just come up. Piece of lead. I thought it's going to be a musket ball. It's on that sort of 50 line and it's just below, but we have got a bit of lead. But this here looks like it's probably a trade weight of some sort. I wonder whether there's going to be any markings or detail on it. Sometimes there is. It's perfectly square in shape. Sometimes there is some markings and stuff on the top which might give us a little bit of an indication as to how much it weighs. I mean, I reckon it's probably half an ounce. Yeah, it's definitely too uniform in shape for it not to have been some sort of trade weight. My detector has just decided to fall over. But yeah, definitely some sort of trade weight. That's really, really cool. Again, so we've got a little bit of Bronze Age work already happening in the field. Another little bit of trading. Yeah, I love finding little pieces like that. But it doesn't look like there's anything on it that's going to give it away as to how much it weighs. But I would guess probably about half an ounce. Okay, so I've moved to a part of the field which is slightly less stony. It may be that I'd completely change fields in a moment, depending on how it goes, but hoping that this live dig won't be too bad with the tripod. Initial impressions of it at the moment, of the chest harness I should say, it sort of sticks out a little bit too far. When I'm showing you the finds, I can't really see them myself because the phone's blocking the view. So yeah, may have to go back to the old one, but we'll have to make do for this video. So apologies if it's a little bit the positioning of maybe the items on the lens isn't quite up to what it's normally at. But we've got a nice little 40 here. Had some nice little bits up though, I will say, at the start of today. It's nice to go onto a different field. Spent a lot of time on that film just produces hammered after hammered after hammered, but I think this field here certainly brings up more artifacts and things. And we have had artifacts over that side as well. We've had some lovely ones this year, but this field in particular does bring out a few more. I think we're onto a blooming shotgun cap, aren't we? We are. That was a nice little signal. There is a lot more rubbish over in this side of the field as well. Or over this side of the permission, I will say as well. It's a lot of litter, a lot of junk and stuff from like the 40s all the way up to sort of present day, really. But yeah, little shotgun cap. I think this is my third or fourth one I've already dug today. So yeah, let's stop digging these and get some nice bits up, please. So we've got ourselves another little coin, and I wonder whether we might be onto a Roman. I don't think we are, but it's always nice to wonder. I'm only saying that because of its sort of shape and looks a little bit different, but it's a little bit too thin. Do get a lot of, I think they're called sestertius, are they, up on this field? Most of the Roman coins I've found have been those real big, fat, chunky ones. I haven't really found any tiny little diddy ones, but this here, definitely a coin of some sort. It is a little bit of a strange shape to it. I wonder whether it's been damaged a little bit and now that's sort of been smoothed out over the years. But yeah, it's a little coin again. Don't think we're going to be able to identify it, but it's our second of the day, and another little artifact. So you'll have to forgive me if I've identified this wrong, but are we on to a little Roman coin? The only thing that's sort of throwing me off is maybe how thick it is, and the back there almost looks like it could have had a shank maybe, but this side here, certainly the portrait of the emperor, if it is a Roman coin, it looks a little bit more 3D how they often come out. I don't find enough of them to definitely say for sure, but it just looks to me a little bit, I don't know. I don't know who that would be if it wasn't a little Roman coin. Possibly it's not in the best of condition if it is, and as I say, it's very, very thin. But yeah, potentially you might have a little Roman, maybe. Again, the lettering around the edge here doesn't fill me with sort of confidence. I don't know. What are your thoughts on that? I'll certainly stay in this area for a little bit longer and see whether we might be able to pick up some other little signals that are similar to this. It might give us a clearer indication, but I'll leave that to your expert opinion as to what that might be. Is it Roman or is it a more modern copper coin? Honestly, I can't believe this hobby. I cannot believe what is going on. Oh, I've got goosebumps again. I can't believe it. You know what? This thing here today has nearly made me leave because I just cannot see the finds. And I was just like, you know what? We'll come out another day, buy another one off of Amazon, because it protrudes out so much and I can't really see what I'm looking at. Oh, I've just helped a family member jumpstart their car, and I've had to like walk back like to their house because it's very close to this field. Sorry, I'm not making any sense. And I half was going to leave, and I thought, you know what? No, I'm out. I'm going to keep going. Not had loads up today, as you'll see. I've just had that little like Roman type coin, and I've just had what I think is probably gold again. I can't believe it. I cannot believe it. Let me, I'm going to get the tripod out, set it up, and we'll go from there. Oh my God. This is crazy. Absolutely crazy. Right, let's have a little look. Right, I've literally just thrown my bag down there, pinpoint is down there, threw it away as I found, or I saw what it was. That's the reading it's given off. Oh my God. I think it might be gold, guys. Where has it gone? Oh, it's there. It's just there. I think it's looking like maybe a gold ring again. Oh my God. Oh, I'm kneeling in a load of cow crap as well. Oh my God. Look at it. Oh, I really want to take my time getting out the hole. Right, let's get the tripod and let's get this out. Oh my God, look at it. Let's have a little zoom in. I look back on my videos sometimes and I don't think I take enough time, like, appreciate these moments of them just in the hole like this. Oh, so I think I'm just going to maybe just savor this moment a little bit longer, but look at that. That's got to be gold, hasn't it? That has got to be gold. Oh, let's see if we might be able to actually pick it up out of a clump. Oh, I don't want to break it apart yet. Oh my God, I think it's got a stone in it. I'm just starting to see like a stone. It's like attached to the roots. Hang on a second. Oh my God. Sorry, I'm just moving myself. I don't know what to do. Oh my flipping God. Look at that. Oh my God, I'm literally shaking. Oh, sorry if this is coming through bad. Oh my goodness me, look at the design on that. I tell you what, if that's a real diamond. Oh my God, I'm literally lost for words. I was going to say at the start of this video, this might be my last day out before obviously the new year. I think it's the 10th of December today. So, oh my God, I do not know. I just want to savour it in that like ball of mud. Oh my God, what? Do you know what? I was already coming up with thumbnail ideas for this video thinking sometimes it's just not your day. Quite often when I'm out and about, I think of the sorts of things I'm going to put on the thumbnail, and I often try to base it around what we find. And having not found much today, before this, oh my God, my nose is running, I'm drooling everywhere. Look at that. Oh my God, I wonder how old it is. I've not even taken it out. Oh, right. Let's reveal this a little bit more, I think. Let's take this off. Is it a ring? I think it's a ring, isn't it? I think that's a ring. Oh my God, is it going to have hallmarks? Is that... Oh. Sorry, I'm probably just sound like an absolute idiot now. Oh my God, it's heavy again. Look at that little like diamond in there, or I don't know if it's diamond. Is it glass? Well, I mean that top. Oh, I don't know. Does it top the posy ring? I don't know. That's my third piece of gold this year. Oh my God. I don't know. I don't know what to say, guys. I don't know what to say. I'm just going to position myself a little bit better to give this a clean up for you, and yeah, I'll get straight back. I've just walked it literally across the whole field to give it a clean here. And what more of a natural way to do it than in a natural spring? Oh my God, I can't get over it. I've just had about 5 minutes of walking to actually process this. I'm so intrigued to see whether there's hallmarks in it or not, or whether it's, you know, an old ring. But look at that stone inside there. Lovely little bit of patterning around the edge, like almost floral, so you'd think it's probably a woman's ring of some sort. Yeah, let's have a little look at this. Look at the gold colour coming through on that. Isn't it just amazing? And look, it's not even broken or anything. Look at that. That is a thing of beauty. So there we go. There's the mud about to come out. Look at that. Okay, so there is some hallmarks in it, which obviously suggests that it's can't remember when hallmarking and things came in, but it's not going to be a really old ring. But look at that. What an absolutely stunning ring that is. I want to go careful not to lose the stone inside as well while I'm doing this. I obviously don't know how well it's intact in there. That would be awful if that went down the stream, but look at that. Oh my goodness me, that is by far the best find of the year. I think for me that tops the posy ring. It's just absolutely stunning. I'm really intrigued to see whether that is a real diamond in there as well. There's the hallmarks on the inside. I'll probably put some closer photos up of them as well. Normally can ID like the date and stuff from the ring based on the hallmarks and the mint mark and things like that. Right, look at that. I mean, that's got to be 24 carat, hasn't it? 22 or 24 carat. You might be able to just see the marks there a little bit clearer. Wow. Wow. I've just done a little dance to myself, so I'm afraid you can't get your giggles from this video today. Oh dear. Can't believe it. Third piece of gold of the year. Oh, I wonder whether I'm just starting to get to know the machine better, or whether it's just luck, isn't it? It's just luck. But that is amazing. I reckon, looking at it, I've just had a little look online, like using Google Image at like similar ones, and there's a lot of words like Edwardian or Victorian coming up. It'd be really interesting to see what the hallmarks are inside and what they mean properly when I get home to properly hopefully get a date on this. But I can't believe it. I cannot believe that's just come up. I mean, I don't know what date it was that I got the posy ring, but it's probably only a month ago or just over. And then we go pull out another bit. Oh, that is what it's about. That is what it is about. So I've just looked at the time of the recorded bit where I was up there filming when I found this, and it was 13:10. It's now 14:05. So for the last 55 minutes or so, I've just been, well, filming, obviously cleaning it, and then just staring at it. I don't really know whether I want to like keep detecting. I'm not sure whether I've got the words or the like the adrenaline. It's just, yeah, what a crazy day. What a crazy day. Let's try and get some more signals, some nice little targets. But you know what, that would make anyone's, I don't know, detecting career, I suppose. It's definitely made mine. That is amazing, absolutely incredible. Right, enough waffling. Let's get back in there and find some more stuff. some lead and shotgun cartridges. Oh, right, let's go. Okay, so it's been a few days since finding this incredible discovery, an amazing gold ring. I still cannot get over it. During those few days, I've actually been able to take this to a very reputable jeweller's near to where I live, and they've been able to give me some amazing information, which I'm going to share with you now. So as soon as I got home from finding this amazing discovery, the first thing I did was get it straight under a magnifying glass to have a little look at what the hallmarks were. So from my own limited knowledge and the help of Google, I was able to work out exactly what these hallmarks mean in the inside of this fantastic ring. So to start off, the J and the O, which is the first thing on the left hand side reading left to right, JO would actually be the maker's mark. Now this is the one thing on the ring that I'm not able to actually find out who the maker is. When I took it to the jewellers, they said that JO could be a very large number of different places, and it's near impossible to work out exactly who it would be that would have manufactured this coin. So the second hallmark on the ring is a very small little picture of Queen Victoria. It's actually her young head. She ruled England from 1837 to 1901. So straight away that was a really good indication to me that if her head is on this ring, then it's more than likely to have been worn and manufactured around that sort of time period of 1837 and 1901. The next thing is a fairly obvious hallmark, and that is the crown, which is basically the hallmark to say that an item is gold. Just after the crown, you'll hopefully see a little 1 and an 8, which stands for, unsurprisingly, 18 karat gold. I think I said in the video that this is possibly 22 or 24 looking at the colour of the metal, and actually the jewellers said similar. They said if it wasn't for the hallmarks and without doing actual proper testing of it, they said it's a very yellow metal, and they would have put it within that region of 22 to 24 karat as well. The next little item is a little tiny portrait of a leopard. Now there's a number of different animals that can be used on the hallmarks, and that basically deciphers which city it was made in. So the leopard actually stands for London. So this straight away we can see that it was made somewhere between 1837 1901. It's gold, it's 18 karat, it's made by the company JO, who we don't know who that is, and it was made in London. Now the big giveaway to the year that this amazing coin would have been manufactured is the very last little symbol, in which in this case, I'll put details on the screen now for a close-up image, is the letter M. Now when you're looking at hallmarks and things, and something that I found out in particular with this ring, there's lots of different M's that it could be. So it's very important that you really have a little close inspection of your ring, see what the M or the letter is. In your case it can be an A, a B, all the way down to Z, I believe, but those letters do vary very slightly, and depending on what one you think it is, you could be bang on with the money, or you could be aging your ring significantly, or obviously making it a lot younger than what it is. So worth bearing in mind. Now the jewellers, as you can imagine, were absolutely fascinated by this ring. They couldn't get over it. There must have been 4 or 5 of them crowding around. I think they've all taken up the hobby of metal detecting since. So something else they were able to tell me, which for me was probably one of the most interesting pieces of information possible about this ring that I could have found out from them, and that is that this is a nobility ring. So it would have been worn by someone of a noble stature, probably very high up in society around 1847 when this was of course made, and it's a nobility ring, so it would have been worn exactly like so on the pinky finger of someone's hand. And you can imagine, just about get it off of mine, their whole hand lit up with gold jewels like this one. As you would have seen, it fits onto my little finger, someone who's probably got very average sized hands for a man, so it's not really clear whether this was worn by a man or a woman. So I'm sure another big question that is on people's minds is this a diamond? And I can confirm to you it is a diamond. I wish that I actually filmed part that they were doing the tests for it, because it was a really great special moment. The diamond actually weighs 0.37 grams, so in their words it's a good size one. It's really good. It is an old cut gem diamond. Now a lot of diamonds, they were saying in this day and age, are made in the laboratory, they're grown themselves, but this one here would have come straight out of the ground like it did on this video and this day, yeah, hand cut in this very old sort of old cut gem style. Now when I got home and I was cleaning this, the diamond actually came loose from these 6 little clasps here that are holding it in place, and you might be able to just see that the diamond still isn't sort of sitting flush, and that's a little bit of a temporary fix that the jewellers have done at the moment, because 2 of the clasps were not actually holding this in place correctly, which is a bit of a heart sinker for me, because I look back at that video, I'm cleaning it in that sort of bit of running water, and very easily that diamond could have been lost. And arguably, not that it's about the monetary value of things, but the most expensive part of this find could have just gone straight down the river, which is a little bit of a sickening thought, really. But yeah, I'm super happy about obviously saving this. It could have easily been lost in the next plough. So yeah, it's amazing that it's come up intact as it has. So that's all the information that I can share with you on the ring. I really hope it's been informative for you, and equally, if you can tell me anything else about this ring that you might know, whether you've seen something similar before, or even if you know what that JO stands for the maker's mark back in 1847. That is a piece of beauty. Okay, first target since the gold ring. 72, so potential coin contender. Just absolutely lost for words. I can't tell you how much I was honestly going to leave today. Just wasn't really feeling it. As I say, the added fact with this mount hasn't been brilliant, and it was just, you know, like I had to like get called away, and I was like, oh, you know what, may as well just leave. But I'm so glad that I didn't. So pleased, because, well, we might not have ever found that gold ring had we not stayed. You know, it could remain in this field for however much longer it's already been there. You know, but this is potentially a coin contender. Don't tell me that's silver. Don't tell me that's a silver coin. Is that the item? Oh my god, if that is a silver coin now. Gold and then silver. Is it, or is it a washer? It's a washer. Whew. Thank God for that. Oh dear, right, I don't think that's silver. I think that is some sort of washer. We do find some of these up like this before, with like this little bit of, I don't know what it is. I'm pretty sure it's some sort of like fitting for something. God, that would have just tipped me over the edge, I think. I've had to have lied down. Right, let's get some more targets going. So we've not had that Bronze Age axe head up today. I think we've had more than enough of good items for today now. But we've got a lead one, lead axe head. No, it's well, it's a blob of lead. It gave off a very similar signal to that last item that we just had up, the little sort of silver washer type thing. This rang in at a 70 as well. But I wonder whether it's maybe like a pot leg or something. It's got that sort of shape to it, albeit they would have been inadvertently poisoning themselves had they had a meal out of a lead pot. But stranger things have happened. But yeah, very nice bit of lead. If anything, it's a bit of weighing for the scrap man at the end of the year. Okay, this is arguably the nicest signal of the day, and that gold ring gave off a nice signal, but it wasn't nearly as consistent as that. Look at that, not deviating from a 48 at all. Only a few bars deep as well. Let's give this one a live dig. Let's try and avoid the big old stones. It's very difficult. I'm always trying to pick the nicest angle to go in at, but because you can sometimes see these massive pieces of flint. So if I can avoid them, I'll try. But obviously underneath, you have absolutely no idea what's going on. But it's a very nice little signal. I think we're out, obviously, in one. I think I can actually see something just on the edge of the hole there. I wonder whether that's it there. Is that a coin? It's definitely a bit green. Just zoom in a little bit on that. Wonder whether we're onto maybe a bit of a buckle, possibly. Oh, we are. Oh, look at that. Called it before it was even out of the hole. So is it complete? That's the question. I don't think it is. It's not complete, which is probably how it got lost. It was broken and then lost in this field for a few hundred years until little old me comes along and swings a stick at it, and boom, digs a hole, and there it is. Yeah, that's a little spectacle buckle basically, so that would have been replicated just there. Imagine another little loop coming in. And yeah, probably a good 300-400 years old, maybe a little bit older, to be honest with you. It's a lovely bit of patina about it. Would have been nice if it was fully complete, but often is the way in this hobby that we find a lot of items that sadly we find them because they've been broken. But yeah, little half of a spectacle buckle there, very nice. So here we have it, the obligatory musket ball of the video. Can't go a single video without finding a musket ball, and it's lucky really because the sun is beginning to go down, and I was beginning to think we weren't going to get one today, but we've been rewarded with an absolute chunk of a musket ball. This one rang in at a 59, which is probably the top end sort of signal you'd expect to get on the man's core for this. It is absolutely massive. You'd almost think it would qualify for a cannonball. But yeah, about 17th century. Yeah, one of the nicer ones actually. It's perfectly spherical pretty much, and it is a real chunker. Very nice little signal this one, 32, couple of bars deep, not too dissimilar to be honest with you than that gold ring earlier on. So here goes the live dig. Let's hope for something good, not necessarily a gold ring, but it'd be nice to get something cool up towards the end of the day. So it sounds like we're just on the edge of the hole, just over here somewhere. There we have the little worm, always looking after something. It looks like there's a few of them in here actually. All right, let's give this a break open. See if we can start to reveal what we're gonna have in here. Come on. Well, it's actually not as I think I've dug that a bit too deep. I did say it was only a couple of bars actually, didn't I? Come on, where are you? Oh, I just felt something. Oh, you can see. Oh, it's a nice little bag seal. Oh, I don't mind that at all. I haven't had a bag seal up in ages. Look at that. Lovely, and it's got some really nice little detail on it as well. Let's see if we can make out what it says. Okay, so there it is. Nice little bag seal. Probably 18th century, I would say. Can't quite make out what it says exactly. I think it's Wiltourk, so Will Talk or Will Turk. The reverse is, I think it's SLZARZ or something like that. I think it's probably like a Russian bag seal or something like that. Maybe for flax or something similar. But yeah, very, very nice. Haven't had a bag seal up in a very long time. Do get a lot of them on this field. And actually the majority of the ones I own have actually come off this field. I don't tend to get them in too many of the others, but yeah, really, really nice, very welcomed sight. So we got ourselves an 88, a couple of bars deep, possibly going to be a coin, and possibly our last signal of the day on what has been, or what's turned around to be an absolutely incredible day. That is the downside of the winter, is that you can't stay out for as long as you want to. But then, of course, in the summer, you get too hot, or you can't get anywhere to go, or the ground's too hard. So we just can't win as detectorists, can we? But yeah, make the most of it. Get out early in the winter, when most of the fields are available. It's jumped all the way up to a 91. It's a very high-pitched signal. Sounds like it's on this side of the hole. Come on, be a big silver crown or something. That'd be nice to end the day on. Where is it? Oh, no. No, you know what? No complaints at all. So that's a bit of artillery shrapnel from, well, a piece of artillery, basically. So yeah, find lots of this in this field as well. So undoubtedly a few bombs were landing here. And yeah, at least they didn't damage that gold ring. Well, what a brilliant little day that turned out to be. I could not have asked for more. It started off pretty slow. There was a lot of sort of interruptions and things. The chest harness, I think I'm actually starting to get used to. I've been out twice since, and it's actually been all right. So I think the drama is over with that. We are going to be keeping it. These, of course, are the best bits of the day. A lot of it did come sort of to the tail end of the day, I think. But there's some really nice little bits in here that hopefully you might be able to help me ID as well. So I'll start with a really big obvious thing here. This is a very large lump of bronze. You can see again little bits of the green coming through. It's almost as I said at the time, like sort of charcoaled its sort of self. It's just a contraption of lots of different metals, I think, which is very common for, you know, metal work in the fields and things like that. They would have thrown anything and anything they could muster up, even old pieces of metal as well, you know, old axe heads and things like that, all would have been thrown back in the melting pot, ready to be reused again. We've of course got our lead items over here, as well as another little fragment of bronze. You can imagine that going straight in the melting pot just there as well. Very large piece of lead here. I think I joked around saying this could be the axe head, but it is just a very large lump of lead. I think it looks like it would actually unfold. So yeah, it's possibly just wind it up in that sort of way, and a little bit of a tease really. We've got our scrap items up here on the top left hand corner. I have had a little look through them. We've got anything from shotgun caps to old nails to I think like that's a radiator valve key or a barrel tap key or something like that. So yeah, lots of different little bits and pieces there. We had a ginormous musket ball, which I've given it a clean, and you can see there's actually a hole in it. So this probably wouldn't have been a musket ball at all, and actually it's some sort of loom weight. Likely would have been in company with lots and lots more of these, all hanging from the bottom of a loom to basically weigh it down. So I think that's why it's so big. I don't think that would have fit down the barrel, but who knows. More little pieces of lead, nice little trade weight type thing here. Again, giving it a bit of a clean, still can't see anything on it, but a really nice little find. Love little bits like that. Lots of little buttons and pieces down here, and we've had a lovely little half of a spectacle buckle come up just towards the end. And I think one of the things that we had up just before the gold ring, of course, was this here, which is I think a little piece of buckle again, but it's got a really lovely patterning on it, and I think I said at the time it's got a very sort of Saxon look about it. So I'd be interested to know if you know what that might have been from. Is it a bit of buckle? Is it something really, really cool? We had little thimbles come up. I don't think I would have shown you this. It's just a copper thimble, but again, sign of people working out in the field, which is really cool. This little item here, one of the very first signals of the day. It is actually silver. I did do one of the silver tests on it. And I can confirm it did stink. If you know, you know. So yeah, really cool to get a little bit of silver up as well. Talking of bits of silver, the first hole after the gold ring was this little thing here. And yeah, I think had this been silver, yeah, I think I might have just killed over. But yeah, nice little find. They do come up looking like little silver discs, but obviously they're not. But it's nice to get them out the field so that we don't have to find them again. Okay, so we've got a little assortment here of different coins. Now you can see these two here look to be the sort of size of a halfpenny. This one is slightly bigger, I imagine around George III to Queen Victoria sort of era. This one here looks like it could have been a little farthing of some sort. Again, very worn, don't last very well in the field. This one here, a little bit of a misshape. I wonder whether this could have been the start of a Roman coin maybe. Not the start, but you know what I mean. The start of finding the Roman coins. I'm not sure when this came up in the video, but yeah, it's a bit of a funny old shape to it. And then I think the hole before the ring was this. Now, I'm not sure whether it's a Roman. I can't think who else that would be there. It'd be amazing if it was. I think I said at the start, it'd be amazing to find a little Roman coin. So yeah, let me know your thoughts on whether that is indeed a Roman coin. The only thing that's really putting me off is just how thin it is. But let me know. Now, of course, something that we have already spoke about in depth is this fantastic Victorian gold nobility ring from the year 1847, manufactured in London. Likely would have slipped off that person's ring, possibly a male, possibly a female. But whether it's because their hands were wet, whether it's because it was cold and their fingers had shrunk, obviously it's not broken off. So you'd think it's just been lost, and they never came back and claimed it. What an absolutely fantastic day. Okay, so that is it for the video today. I'm ending it up here, the very top end of the field, this top sort of right-hand corner of it, where we've just had up that amazing, absolutely amazing, magnificent gold ring. I don't know what age it is as yet, but hopefully I would have put details on screen at the time of me sort of showing and unveiling that to you. So I'm really intrigued to go home now and research that and see the date range of it as well. It's obviously got some hallmarks. I'm not sure when they came into, like they had to be stamped on precious metals. I want to say the last sort of 250 years, maybe even sort of before that. But yeah, amazing. Funnily enough, when I was having a bad day on this field before, I came up in this right-hand corner and we found that massive Charles crown, the forgery, which if I remember, I will put a link to that video in the description. And that just leads me on really. It just goes to show how your luck can change. I've had tons and tons of luck this year, like more than anyone could ever ask for. So I'm super grateful for that. You know, whoever is looking down on me and blessing me from the metal detecting gods side of things, I mean, thank you very much, because it really has been a fantastic year. I would like to try and get out maybe once or twice more, but it is the 9th or 10th of December. So yeah, potentially not, but if that is the last video, last day detecting of the year, I mean, what a day to end it on. It's unbelievable, absolutely unbelievable. Can't wait to get home and have a little look at that now. So thank you very much for watching, guys. I will be releasing a Christmas special that will come out in December as well, probably after this video, because I've just found that now, so that's going to have to go in the video, obviously. But yeah, hopefully you've enjoyed it. If you haven't already as well, please consider liking the Facebook page, Crosby Collects Metal Detecting. I'll also link that in the description below. Lots of you have already joined as well, so thank you very much for those of you that have joined the channel and the Facebook group as well. So yeah, hopefully you've enjoyed the video. Hopefully you enjoyed the year. If you have, I really would appreciate a subscription to the channel, like, and comment below what you think of that gold ring that we've had up today. I'm going to go home and spend the next few hours staring at it. Have a good week, guys, and I'll see you in the next one.